All right. All right, folks. You guys you guys got me out of bed. You got me out of bed. Here we are. And everybody's like, go live. Go live. So excited to fire up the old StreamYard, and we're here on Facebook, YouTube, and X. Following Pierre Polyev Battle River Crowfoot riding. It's an absolute slaughter. And I know you guys are watching it as well. You guys are watching exactly what's going down. And yeah, we're gonna go and we're gonna take a look. So the polls closed at 8:30, ladies and gentlemen. So 8:30, the polls closed. We're sitting. It's a fucking slaughter. It's an absolute slaughter. Pardon my language. Pardon my language, ladies and gentlemen. But I got out of bed for this. Right. So we come in here and we're gonna take a look. We got conservative candidate Pierre Poilievre leading with 5,454. Bonnie Critchley is in second. That was to be expected. We knew that was going to happen. She's got 460. And right now, if we're looking, right now, folks, we've got 41 of 286 polls reporting. So 6,486 voters have reported. Yeah. Got a bunch of people who voted for themselves. Good for them. Good for them voting for themselves. But yeah, this is where we're at. We're 84.1% of the vote is what Pierre Poilievre has right now. And hopefully you guys can hear me. Hopefully. I can't look at the comments. Well, maybe I can. I don't know. What if I So yeah, and we're still not expecting the official results to be out tonight, guys. We're not expecting those to be out tonight, but this is giving you a good indication of exactly what is going on. Pierre Poilievre is going to win this riding. It's going to happen. This is, yeah, it just is what it is. Got 189 people joining us on X right now. Is that what that is? Is that what that is? Sorry, you guys are going to hear that because I'm logging into X to see how many people are in there right now. We got Reaper here. Percentage of the vote that is in is not a lot. Lisa Marie says Pierre the man. Yes. I like Pierre Poilievre. I'm a big fan of Pierre Poilievre. I've talked and I've spoken with Pierre Poilievre. He's a great individual. He truly wants what's best for this country. I truly believe that. And I'm not going to stop supporting him until he gives me a reason to stop supporting him, which he has not done yet. So here we go. What do we got? We're still sitting at the same 5,454 votes for Pierre Poilievre, 84.1% of the vote. Now, you guys need to understand, liberals have already come out today and they've already kind of set the stage, right? So they're saying that if Pierre doesn't win with at least 80% of the vote, it's a loss. So they're already trying to set the stage of, because they know he's going to win. So now they have to find a way to discredit that win, right? So conservative supporters, get ready. You guys are going to hear that tomorrow. You're going to hear that Pierre still lost the first time. You're going to hear that. They don't want to talk about Mark Carney getting rid of Chandra Arya, right? And then stealing that seat because it was a guaranteed win for him. And this clearly shows, and this will clearly show that the people of Battle River Crowfoot want Pierre Poilievre as their representative. And that's just, liberals don't care. Liberals don't care about anything other than themselves. And we've seen this and we know this. They're scared to have checks and balances in Parliament. They do not want Pierre Poilievre, a seasoned politician, a guy who has navigated the House of Commons, the youngest elected person to the House of Commons ever. That's a record. They don't want him standing across the aisle for Mark Carney because they'll make Mark Carney look bad. Let's be honest, folks. Mark Carney already makes Mark Carney look bad, right? We all know this. We all see this. So Pierre Poilievre is going to sit there and he is going to ask the tough questions. 5,683 votes for Pierre Poilievre. Bonnie Critchley's in at 474. Pierre's got 84.2% of the vote, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go all the way down to the bottom, the longest ass ballot. 43 polls of 286 reporting. That's 15%. 6,746 people of 85,736 registered electors. That's 7.8%. That's what voted. The population of Battle River Crowfoot is 110,212, and the number of electors on the list is 85,736. Here we are. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are joining us on Facebook, good to see you. If you're on X, good to see you as well. And if you're on YouTube, hi. Make sure you hit that subscribe and follow button. We do this every single day. We're covering videos, and I want to get into that a little bit. This goes out to Bonnie Critchley. Bonnie, sweetheart, it's not me, it's you. It's been fun. We've made great content to get, well, sorry, you made content that made great content for me. And I really appreciate you for that, Bonnie. But we have to break up now. We have to stop. You're just not providing anything for me, right? Not like, well, you provided content for me. Never-ending content. Sorry, guys, I gotta plug the old laptop in so we don't lose the power. But yeah, I thought about putting out a Bonnie Critchley breakup video tomorrow. We'll see what happens. It was fun following 5,977, 84.2% is where we're at. It was fun. It was fun doing that. It's probably like, oh, what the fuck? Where is he? In a laundry room? My house is undergoing renovations right now, guys. And yeah, here we are. Lisa Marie. Oh my God, she's nasty. You know what? She provided me a lot of good content, and I'm good with that. We should do a goodbye Bonnie Critchley barbecue. Absolutely, 100%. We should. But yeah, no, I'm not in a laundry room, guys. I'm here next to my Welcome Home Pierre hoodie, right? He's going to win. He's going to win. So you might as well go sport yours. Might as well get yours. BirdaProudDad.com. And I will tell you that the Welcome Home Pierre merch is Pierre Poilievre approved, because when he called me on the phone, when I was at Calgary International Airport, he called me, we had a great conversation, and he said, I love that Welcome Home Pierre merch. I was like, thanks, buddy. I really appreciate that. So he knows it's out there, and yeah, it's great. It's absolutely amazing. You guys can go get that at BirdaProudDad.com. All righty. My daughter's standing here looking at me funny. We got 553 people watching me right now. Is it? Is the guy gone? Oh, well, I can look. Would you like to know if Pierre Poilievre is going to win? Would you like to know if Pierre Poilievre is going to win?
He is going to win.
Ah, look at that. Hey, do you want him to win? That's the difference. Yeah? You think he'll do good for the people of Battle River Crowfoot?
Yep.
Would you like him to be your representative in this riding? Mm-hmm. That would be awesome, right? Yeah. That'd be amazing. Yeah. You want to know what my daughter told me when Mark Carney won the election? She said, Daddy, I said, what? She said, I don't want Mark Carney to be the prime minister. I said, me neither, sweetheart. So Daddy's going to fight tooth and nail every single day to make sure to hold that man to task. And that's what we do here. That's absolutely what we do here. I do this for my kids. I do this for my future grandkids. I do this for your kids and your future grandkids, and for you guys as well. We need to be the checks and balances of government, and we're not ever going to stop being the checks and balances. That's never going to happen. So, yeah, at the end of the day, you know, make sure you go grab that Welcome Home Pierre stuff and wear it with pride, because this is an absolute slaughter tonight, guys. Absolute slaughter. We knew this was going to happen, right? So we're sitting at 6,814 for Pierre Poilievre, 83.5% of the vote. Bonnie Critchley, 619. Can't even crack the 1,000 mark. She will, though. Bonnie Critchley, she did have support in that riding. She did a really good job appealing and fear mongering the old people. Now, I'm not saying every old person in Battle River Crowfoot was fear mongered, but there's a certain section of the population when you get after a certain age, you can be fear mongered, right? And that's what it is. So Bonnie Critchley, she's going to crack that 1,000 mark. There's no doubt in my mind. And I said that a couple days ago that she'll get over 1,000 votes in this election, but she ain't going to be able to touch Pierre Poilievre. And we are seeing this tonight, folks. We got Darcy Spady with 258, 3.2% of the vote. We got Grant Abraham, 172. And a lot of people disagree with me on this. Grant Abraham is a gem. I like the guy. I really do like the guy. Don't get me wrong. But he's no Pierre Poilievre. And the thing is Grant Abraham lost me when he used liberal talking points and went after Pierre Poilievre for his security clearance, which we already have been answering that question to the liberals for the past how many years, and or for a couple years. And yeah, so he lost a lot of support there. Somebody told me on one of my comments, Grant didn't lose any support. The numbers tonight are showing me that Grant lost a ton of support because he had a lot of people that were supporting him until you start talking like a liberal. Conservatives, you got to remember, you're in one of the bluest ridings in this country. You are in the true blue conservative riding right now in Battle River Crowfoot. And you start talking like a liberal, you're going to lose support. They're going to lose support. The past decade in this country, due to liberalism, $750 billion added to the national debt. Mark Carney's going to add another $500 billion. That's $1.25 trillion added to the national debt. Jobless numbers. The people can't get jobs due to mass immigration. Um, Cost of living. Kids aren't going to be able to afford homes. Cost of fuel. Just cost in general. You don't have jobs. Things are going up in cost. Liberals caused it. You start talking like a liberal, you're going to lose you're going to lose support. Why Bonnie Critchley couldn't do it? Bonnie Critchley lost a lot of support because, well, one, she walks around like her shit don't stink. I think that's a big one. Like the grandeur, if you want to put it on her, and a lot of it was because she used her military service record, and which is fine to a certain degree, but you don't allow the media to glorify that service record as if you were a war hero. She should have corrected the media. She probably would have got a little bit more support, but nobody was touching Pierre Poilievre. Nobody was going to touch Pierre Poilievre in this riding. Whether you're Grant Abraham or Bonnie Critchley, it just wasn't going to happen. We're going to go down the list and we're going to just give some shout outs. Catherine Swampy, Bonnie Critchley's best friend there, the NDP candidate. That's another reason why Bonnie Critchley lost a lot of support. Hanging out with NDP candidates, doing election signs with NDP candidates. And that fucking silly ass video where Bonnie's all fucked up in the back. Like, I don't know what she was having, a seizure or something, but Bonnie, I'm gonna miss you. Man, I could have made so many more videos about you, but you know what? You deserve peace now, and good on you for putting your name in. Good on you for doing it, but you made huge mistakes, and Pierre Poilievre is just not a man to be reckoned with. We want, as conservatives, as unapologetically conservative as I am, I want Pierre Poilievre in the House of Commons sitting across from Mark Carney and chastising him for his failed policy that he already has. We don't even have a budget in this country. Do you think Bonnie Critchley is going to stand across the aisle and hold Mark Carney to task? Not happening. Not happening. But these are the numbers as I expected. I expected Bonnie Critchley to come in second because she was heavily pushed by the leftist news agencies. Right now, Pierre Poilievre, 7,229 votes, 83.6% coming into him. And Bonnie Critchley with the magic number, 666, 7.7% of the vote. Darcy Spady with 269, 3.1%. Grant Abraham with 176, 2%. Catherine Swampy, 176, 2%. Jonathan Bridges, the PPC party candidate. I can't believe these guys are still running candidates. 32 votes. Maxime Bernier, you must be proud. Maxime Bernier is that guy that comes around every 4 years to collect, fundraise for his salary. 0.4%. Christian Heritage Party, Jeff Willerton, 21 votes, 0.2%. Green Party candidate, Ashley McDonald. I went to school with an Ashley McDonald. I wonder if it's the same one. 18 people out of the Battle River Crowfoot. That must be her friends and family or something, 0.2%. Sarah Spanier, the girl that came out and said people were accusing her of election interference, and nobody could actually find where the accusations came from. She was trying to boost her numbers. Boosted her numbers up to 16, 0.2% of the vote. You got Kenneth Kirk from the Marijuana Party. Good job, Kenneth. 6 people smoking the ganj with you, buddy. 0.1% of the vote. And then you got all the independents down here. Anyway, if you guys are enjoying the stream, make sure you're subscribing to the channel. Make sure you are hitting that follow button, hitting the bell, making sure you get notified when content comes out. I'm the off the cuff guy, right? I'm not professional. I'm not sitting here, in my fancy studio doing any of that stuff. I'm a true blue collared Albertan. I'm here bringing you what's happening right now. And literally, I was in bed. And my comment section started saying, "Why aren't you live? Why aren't you live?" Well, I left my wife upstairs in bed, and I came down here to the kitchen table, and now we're sitting here, and I'm talking to you folks. I appreciate it. All right, we got an update here: 7,576 votes for Pierre Poilievre, 83.7. We're not going to go down that list anymore, though, guys. Bonnie Cook, she will keep you updating you on her. She's distant second, way down below, 698 votes. She has to crack 1,000 though, because I said she would crack 1,000. I don't want to have to do a video tomorrow saying I fucked up. So we got to make sure she cracks 1,000. Oh, I wish I could see your guys' comments, guys, but I'm just using my phone. Oh, well, we could see you, and I can see your comments over on X, guys. So if you guys want to comment, be over on X. Let's see. Because I'm looking at my X right now. Reaper says clean win. Joe, we appreciate all you do and you're doing. Thanks. Appreciate that, buddy. Graydon, thanks for reposting the stream. JP Roscoe reposting the stream. Thank you for that. We aren't gonna miss that troll, says Lisa Marie Cole. You're right. Well, I'm gonna miss her. I made some great Did you guys like the content at least that I did of Bonnie? I think it was great content. I think it was absolutely amazing. I enjoyed doing it. Rebecca, Bonnie would have been the West Coast version of You're right, Rebecca. Absolutely, absolutely. Yes, right on. All right, and I don't think I can check you guys on Facebook. I can't check my Facebook comments because, yeah, I just can't. Well, what if I do this? Sorry, see, you guys got me out of bed, and now I'm just sitting here like, what the fuck? Let's see if I can. No. Oh, 1 second. Yes, I might be able to. Stand by. I like to, that's one thing I love about going live, guys, is I like interacting with you guys in the comment section. And because I'm on my phone and I can't see any comments, so it just doesn't work. Now it's going to send me a text message. 1 second, folks. Stream might shut down for 2 seconds. 3455095. All right. See if that worked. You guys with me still? We're going to get to you guys here. Just 1 second. 1 second. See what's going on. Why isn't it showing me live on Facebook? That's not good. Well, that's no good. Why isn't it showing me live on Facebook? Let's see. There we are. Now I should be able to get into the comment section. All right. I just went to X. There we are. All right. Okay, I can read all the comments from the big screen here now. Okay, perfect. Awesome. I'm happy you guys are here. As you see, my house is 19.5 degrees. Don't judge. It's air conditioning. It's great. From BC, says Shay, praying for smart people. Pierre Poilievre. There we go. You can see I'm live. Okay, perfect, guys. Appreciate that. All right, so we are at 8,542, 81.9% of the vote. Remember, guys, when I said, I got to fix this. Remember when I told you guys that the Liberals tomorrow, they've already had some talking points this week stating that if he doesn't win with 80% or more, because that's what Damian Kirk had, if he doesn't win with 80% of the more, they're going to call this a loss. Like, liberalism is insane. To be a liberal is absolutely insane at this point. The guy wins with 70% of the vote, and you're going to call that a loss because it's not about win or lose, it's about power. How to control a narrative in a conversation. Discredit, discredit, discredit. Right? We're going to hear that Pierre Poilievre went to the safest riding. Mark Carney did the exact same thing. We're going to hear that Pierre Poilievre stole Damian Kirk's seat. It was given to him. Mark Carney stole Chandra Aria's seat. We're going to hear the 80% thing. Guys, Pierre Poilievre is our best chance. And Bonnie Critchley was doing this too. Bonnie Critchley's sitting at 910 votes right now. Bonnie Critchley was saying that Pierre is going to lose his leadership review in the new year. That's not going to happen. If Pierre Poilievre was going to lose his leadership review, they would have never allowed Damian Kirk to step down, and they would have just let Pierre go into the distance. That's what they would have done. And they would have built something around Andrew Scheer again. And that's literally what they would have done, but they didn't. They put it behind Pierre, and Pierre's going to win, and he's going back to the House of Commons. Ladies and gentlemen, I wasn't wrong. Bonnie Critchley's sitting at 1,082 now. She got over the 1,000 mark. She's sitting at 9.6% of the vote. 80.6% against Pierre Poilievre. His 80.6%. And yeah, he's got 9,129 votes. I got 935 people watch me over the 3 platforms. Let's share it out, guys. Let's get over 1,000 on there. If you're on Facebook, if you hit the subscribe button, I don't know if it's pinned in my comments. It might be, it might not be. But if you hit subscribe on my channel, it's going to bring you to a private group where we do a bunch of bullshit talking over there. You subscribe to the channel. If you're over on YouTube, hit the bell. If you didn't subscribe, if you're over on Twitter, follow. Just follow along. We appreciate you guys. All right, here we are. Bonnie Critchley sitting at 1,082. I want to see what has come in, though. Let's take a look. So 75 of the 286 polls have reported, ladies and gentlemen. Voter turnout, 11,320 of the 85,736 registered electors. And remember, the population of Battle River Crowfoot is 110,212. And the number of the electors on that list, I just said that number is 85,736. Share this out to your friends. Share this out to your family, including your grandma. Get her out of bed, especially if she's a liberal, and let her know that Pierre Poilievre is going to win this next election, or this by-election. Yes, 80.6. Remember, the Liberals' talking point for tomorrow, they already have it scripted. They already have the videos in their drafts. They're already ready to say that it's a loss if he wins under 80%. Liberals are insane, ladies and gentlemen. They are absolutely insane. Where are we at here? Over on the old Facebook. Okay, Breezy Bree. Of course, liberals are trying. They're crooks, liars, right? Exactly. Carney must be nervous. Myron, Carney is nervous, and that's the thing. Carney would have wished that they just would have went out into the sunset. And what they didn't expect, they did not expect Elections Canada was going to come out with this new rule where all you had to do is write the candidate's name. And they probably were thinking that, okay, well, maybe if they can't spell Poilievre, right? And if they can't spell Poilievre, guess what? That's a spoiled ballot. But Elections Canada said, no, 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 no. That's not. If we can understand what you put down there, and it's clear and concise that yes, you're obviously voting for Pierre or Bonnie or whoever else, Grant Abraham, then that person's going to get that vote, right? So Carney was cheering on the elections, the longest ballot committee, guaranteed. Carney does not want to face Poilievre, 100%. And then I want to talk about Stornoway a minute. You know, The squatter in Stornoway, the squatter. We're paying all this money, the squatter from the Liberals, right? You motherfuckers literally would have spent all the money to move him out just to move him back in because to win a fucking Twitter argument? Is that literally what you guys were after? Because that's exactly what you were after. That's all they want is wins on Twitter and in comment sections. It's insane. All right. Pierre and Damien just called Northern Perspective. That's awesome. I was watching Northern's Perspective the other day. Yeah, they put out some good stuff. Northern Perspectives even covered me, and feels pretty good actually to be covered by them. Jasmine says, "Go Pierre, awesome." Sherry, I'm so happy this is happening. Everyone back home says I'm crazy. Home is Alberta now. I love that, and you know what? Alberta is amazing, and I love Alberta as well, ladies and gentlemen. I truly do. I truly do. We're 1,031 watching us over all platforms. So there must be a lot over on X because I only have 137 in the Facebook. That's okay. That's okay. He absolutely does not want to debate Pierre Poilievre. No, he doesn't. He doesn't. Breezy Breeze coming in with some updates. Let's go give you guys some updates. Thank you guys for putting the numbers in the chat there. I appreciate it. So we are sitting right now 9,601 votes for Pierre Poilievre, 80.5% of the vote. Bonnie Critchley sitting at 1,148 at 9.6. Darcy Spady, the Liberal candidate, 488 at 4.1. Catherine Swampy, Bonnie's best friend, 259 votes, 2.2%. Granny Abraham, 238 at 2%. People's Party of Canada, Jonathan Bridges, 47 vote. Fucking embarrassing. Stop running candidates, man. Please. Someone just tell Maxime Bernier it's over. It's over. Like, that's it. How you guys can still hang on to the PPC tit, I have no clue at this point. No clue. Anyway, that's my opinion. I'm allowed to have it. If I lose followers over that, well, guess what? Zero fucks given on this end. You're almost at 900 here on Twitter. Nice. I like that. Appreciate it. Pissed Off Albertan reposted the stream. I like that. September 27, 2015. Me and my 2-year-old moved to Manitoba, Alberta, and we love it. We'll never go anywhere else. Go Pierre. I love that, Julie. Love that. Thank you for the coverage. Hey, I'm just a guy at a kitchen table. I was literally laying in bed. So my studio is being built right now in my basement, right? Once that's done, it's going to be great. We'll have the studio and the microphone and the cameras and the lights, the action, all that fun stuff will be there. And I'm excited for that. But right now, I'm just at my kitchen table. He's scared, but gave the by-election as soon as possible. No, he had to give the by-election, right? So at the end of the day, he had to give the by-election, but then they had the longest ballot that they tried, and then they figured, okay, the longest ballot was going to fail. They came out with a new rule with just writing your name, and then they counted on nobody being able to spell Polyev, and because none of you liberals can spell Polyev, you call him PP. And then that failed. So now we're sitting here, and then you guys told us, you Libbies told us that Pierre didn't stand a chance, and then you put your everything under Bonnie. And now I'm looking at the numbers here, Libs, and you got 10,407 for Pierre Poilievre and 1,310 for Bonnie. What happened to your narrative? I thought Pierre didn't stand a chance here. That's what you guys were telling us. And then because you knew Bonnie did have support through mainstream news, through CBC, through CTV, through Global, you guys had to switch up your fucking narrative today and say, well, if he doesn't get 80%, it's still a loss. You guys are nuts. You guys are absolutely insane. And you guys wonder why we enjoy talking out against you, because we're not children. We don't think like that. A win is a win is a win. And here we are. We're watching Pierre Poilievre slaughter the rest of the candidates in Battle River Crowfoot tonight. This is exactly what is going on right now. Share the stream out, guys. Share the live out. Get it out to as many people. If you have liberal friends, this is probably the best stream to send them, is this one right here. Until you're proud. Thanks, David. Appreciate it. Aaron, Pierre is the undisputed heavyweight. James, Sherry, that's awesome. Sean, it proves that CBC doesn't work it doesn't work in Alberta. You know what works in Alberta? Guys like me. People like Northern Perspective, True North, or Great North Discussions. Um, like Jasmine Lane, people like that. That's the shit people watch in Alberta. They actually watch people who have been through the shit, right? Look at me, for instance. Blue collar, hardworking Albertan, addict in recovery, danced to the devil 20 years of my life, died in my bed upstairs, came back to life, used it for good, and now I volunteer my time. I have multiple businesses. I do this. I'm a story. I'm a story of resilience, and I show that every single day on the channel. And there's plenty of us out there. And that's why liberals can't crack us, because Albertans are resilient people. We are resilient. We come back with a vengeance. We don't give up. We don't quit. When we don't have a shirt on our back, we go and try to find shirts for everybody. That's what we do. We will help anybody. Bonnie has no campaign and smearing Pierre Poilievre. Yep, that hurt her for sure, Jason. Ford says work with Carney. Ford is Ford's a liberal. We know that. Cynthia, 5-star elections Canada. Need Pierre back in Parliament to be a loud voice. Yeah, 10,543 votes. Thanks you, Tammy, for that update. Breezy Breeze. Were there mail-in ballots? Do we need to worry about that? I do believe there were mail-in ballots at Battle River Crowfoot. I will look into that. 979 views over on Twitter. Share it out on Twitter, guys. I want to see if we can crack 1,000. That'd be awesome. 146 on Facebook. Let's share it out on Facebook, see if we can get 200. If you guys could share this out, I would absolutely appreciate it. Let's go back to the results here, guys. Let's see what we're at. 10,908. Pierre's at 80% of the votes. 1,341 for Bonnie. The Liberal Darcy Spady at 588. Catherine Swampy at 310. We're going to stop at Grant Abraham every single time now, guys, because there's no point in going any further. 265, 1.9%. There's actually no point in going past Bonnie, to be honest with you. Right now, we're at 89 of the 286 polls are reporting. That's 31.12% of the riding, folks. 13,639 of the 85,736 registered electors. That's where we are. Those are the numbers as we're getting them right now. 1,142 people watching us on the interwebs right now. It is muchly appreciated, guys. We are watching a Pierre Poilievre slaughter right now. Pierre Poilievre is coming in, and he's doing exactly what we knew he was going to do. All the liberals, I got this comment every day, and I'm not going to say liberals, just haters in general. They said, "What, are you scared?" No, I'm not scared, but I kept pushing Pierre Poilievre because that's what I do. Pierre Poilievre aligns with me. Do I agree with everything that Pierre Poilievre does? Absolutely not. I do not agree with everything Pierre Poilievre does, but I agree with the majority of things. I even told Pierre on the phone that I don't agree with everything he does, and I shouldn't expect to agree with everything that he does. And that's the beautiful thing about Pierre, is you can have a conversation with him, and he continued to talk to me after that. He is a politician, yes, but he truly does want what's best for this country. And now that he represents Battle River Crowfoot, he wants what's best for them. But he was already fighting for them as the leader of the Conservatives anyway. That's what people don't understand. Your Liberal leader fucking quit. And then Mark Carney was rushed in, and you guys voted for elbows up, and that's working not very well right now. We will be at another election within 18 months, ladies and gentlemen, because of Pierre Poilievre. He is going to hold Mark Carney to task. I promise you that. Do we have any updates on the numbers? No, not yet. We'll move back over here. Sorry, guys, I'm yawning. That's so awesome. Yeah. I'm sick and tired of libs using Donald Trump. Oh, yeah. It's Trump derangement syndrome. Did you actually know that Berta Proud dad derangement syndrome is a thing too? Somebody called that out to me the other day. They're like, go look at your comments and go look at your videos. You're going to find the same people commenting hateful things to you in the comment sections. They really have Berta Proud dad derangement syndrome. I'm like, they absolutely do. They absolutely do. And you know what? If you're one of those people out there, ladies and gentlemen, and you are a hater and you are thinking you're getting to me and you comment in all my videos, you're a fucking fan. That's what you are. You're helping my engagement, and I thank you for that. All right. Carney wasn't even voted. I thought that he got kicked out. Melissa, blah, 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 you rock. Thanks. Tammy. Way past my bedtime. I'm at the gym at like 5 in the morning every morning. Way past the old bedtime. Got 1,170 people watching us. Appreciate with over 1,000 over on Twitter. Thank you, everybody over on X. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Rebecca's reminding us we got 1,000. I appreciate you for that. If you guys are over on X right now, make sure you're following. You hit that follow button. Hell, if you're a hater, hit the follow button anyway. I don't care. It's all good. See what we got here. 11,410 for Pierre. He's still holding at 80% of the vote. Remember, guys, that's the Liberals benchmark. If he gets under 80%, Pierre lost. They're nuts. I bet Damien won't have to buy another beer himself in Alberta, right? Yeah, no, Damien Kirk's a really cool dude. I really like the guy. I have a lot of respect for him. But you know what? Even before he did this, I really liked Damien Kirk. I had a great conversation with Damien Kirk at a Pierre Poilievre rally in Nisku before the federal election. And he's just a great guy and, great family man. So, yeah. Pierre Poilievre will call for a non-confidence vote. Yep, absolutely he will. And that's what they don't want. Mark Carney doesn't want that. Mark Carney's running the country without a budget right now, and his sheep following his base that are literal sheep are allowing it. They're like, yeah, okay, it's all good. We trust him. The guy's about to spend $500 billion, and you guys trusted a guy who said budget will balance itself, sunny ways, self-proclaimed feminist, got rid of Jody Wilson-Raybould, kicked her to the curb. You guys just follow the current thing. You guys don't do your research, and you literally just do CBC talking points. I'm a liberal because I like red. That's literally what it is. And hey, you guys do you. We're going to continue calling you out. And that's the difference between this channel too. I just thought about that because I was watching Northern Perspective before I came over here. They're so professional and they do such a great job, and I really do like them. Except I'm off the cuff, and I'm an acquired taste, right? Some people like watching them, some people like watching me, and yeah, I bet you if I did a whole thing and whatever, I could probably get them numbers, but no, I just like being me. We can all sleep well tonight, says Carmen. You know what? I said it on the last podcast I was on. I said, when my viewers are watching me, I want them to feel like they are next to a fire in the backyard or at a campground shooting the shit with their buddy. And that's what I want you guys to feel. And hopefully that is coming off that way. Let's look at the updated results here. We are 12,765 for Pierre, 80.5%. Bonnie Critchley sitting at 1,504. That's 9.5% of the vote. Darcy Spady, 661. Catherine Swampy, 338. Granny Brown, 309. And Jonathan Bridges hasn't moved a fucking whip. All right, that's 100 of the 286. And guys, we're not expected to have official results. They're not going to announce it. That's what they were telling us. But with these numbers, how could you not? You have, like, he's 11,000 votes more, 11,200 votes more than Bonnie Critchley. Like, that's where he's at. Do you think Bonnie's going to win no, it's over. It's over. Pierre Poilievre wins, ladies and gentlemen. Pierre Poilievre absolutely wins. Welcome home, Pierre. It's too hot in the house right now for a hoodie, but we're going to show you guys anyway, because why not? It comes in white too. Welcome home, Pierre hoodie, right? These things are going off the shelves. I got one for Pierre, one for Anna, one for Damien. They're all going to them. When Pierre Poilievre called me on the phone, he told me he loves this shit. He approved of it. Make sure you go get yours. BertaProudDad.com, my username.com. Be one of the first to welcome home Pierre. You guys got this. Let's do it. All righty. Keep on moving on. Did we got any updates? There we go. 13,289. He's pulling up in ahead here. Oh, the People's Party got 7 votes there, that last one. Right on. How much? Although all the prices are on the websites, Julie, I got on my website, I got so many products that I don't know the prices exactly of everything. So yeah, If you can go take a look at it, BertaProudDad.com is where you're going to want to go. And there's tons of stuff. If you're in Albertan, you got the unapologetically Albertan stuff. There's tons of stuff over there, right? These have been flying off the shelves. The unapologetically conservative, and I wear this shit out. I wear it, and you know what? It starts conversations, good conversations, bad conversations. I school a lot of people. A lot of people like that's my go-to. As soon as they're like, oh, you wear your identity. It's like, well, you're wearing a fucking mask right now, a mask, and you're talking shit about me wearing an unapologetically conservative shirt. What the fuck is your problem? And then they usually don't have anything else to say after that. But it's all good. It's all about wearing your opinion on your sleeve, guys, and that's what we try to do here. Keep liking the stream. I appreciate you for that. Sharing the stream. I also really appreciate you guys for that. 1,120, 35 people over. What's up, Taylor? Said hi. Alberta did a job bringing Pierre home. You're right, Lisa. 120,000 voters in that riding, says Scott. Scott says 120,000 voters in the riding. There's actually 110,212 people in the total population there. And number of electors on the list is 85,736. We have 105 polls reported of 286. And let's go here. We have 13,740 for Pierre, 1,628. You Bonnie supporters out there, you guys still like, fuck yeah, she's got this. You never had it. You never had it. I'll be conservative for life. Me too, Scott. Me too, buddy. Aaron with all the blue hearts. Thank you for that. Oh, this is awesome. I was in bed, guys. I was in bed, and you know what? I was following this in bed. I kept refreshing my phone, and I was like, as people kept commenting and DMing and saying, you need to go live, you need to cover this, you need to cover this. And I was like, fuck, I wonder if I still have my StreamYard account. So I came over to StreamYard, I logged into my phone, and yeah, sure shit, I still have it, which means I've been paying for it. And I logged in, and here we are. You guys are enjoying the election results with me. I just want to take this time too to say thank you to you guys for all the support and all the sharing of the content and the comments you guys bring me and the subscribing that you guys do and the merch that you guys buy, and the support you give me in other people's videos and the defending that you do of me. Like, it really truly does mean a lot to me, and I'm just a guy with an opinion and a phone, and that's never going to change. I can't be bought. Nobody's going to give me a salary. I'm not going to go work for another news agency. I'm going to continue doing what I do because I truly do believe in a better Canada and a better Alberta. So this channel is nothing without you guys. So I thank you guys for being here, and I thank you for all the work that you guys put in on your end as well. I'm back east watching, live in Alberta, visiting family down here, but sure, tell it's a liberal land. I was just there, Foster. You guys heard about me being over there in Nova Scotia, in Halifax radio station. Did a hit piece on me. They got all offended that I was there. Yeah, that actually happened. We actually have a new line of clothing coming out for the East Coasters, and we are going to send 89.9 The Wave and Damian Diamond, or Dominic Diamond is his name, the radio station host. We're going to send him pro bono some of my merch. Oh, fuck, I love it. I hope. Fuck. Oh, I love this shit. I love doing this. This is so much fun. Pierre Polyev sitting at 14,098 votes. Bonnie Critchley, 1,679. Pierre still currently got 80.5% of the vote. And that's what they wanted, right? They wanted all these people to tackle at the percentage. That's what they wanted. So that will be our counter argument when they're like, "Oh, you only got 80 per, you only got 76%." We'll say, "Yeah, there wasn't 200 people on the fucking ballot." You ever thought of that? I just exited out of all of my stuff on accident. Sorry, guys, my bad. And when we're gonna get this comment as well. We always get it. My sniffles. Um, every time I go live and we have a lot of people in, people automatically go to the stop snorting rails before you go live. I'm a drug addict in recovery. I have a deviated septum because of my addiction. I speak about it. I talk to kids about it. I do all that stuff, how it affects you after you get sober, and you should probably never do it in the first place. So we're just going to crush that narrative before it even starts, right? So I do have a deviated septum. It's fucking stupid. And don't do drugs, kids or adults. It's bad for you. It fucking will wreck your life. I died, actually. Here we are. 1,305 people joining us on the interwebs. I appreciate all of you for that. That's actually pretty cool. We're getting our Freedom Convoy numbers. I believe we were like 11,000 people on TikTok and alive at once. That was absolutely insane. That was pretty cool, though. Okay, let's go. Is it still showing me live? Oh, yeah, it is right there. Only 95 people in here. People are like, people on Facebook are dwindling off. It's all good, though. It's all good. Remember, guys, we're not gonna have the official results, but these are pretty good results to be official, if you know what I mean. You know what I mean? I want to give a huge shout out to my buddy Brett Wilson. He kills it on Twitter. If you're not following Brett Wilson on Twitter, you gotta go, because he knows I was watching this in bed, right? And he's like, I'm crashing now, knowing Pierre Polyev will enjoy a great victory in Battle River Crowfoot. The extra completely irrelevant nominated folks should be forced to cover the cost of really unprofessional participation in our elections. You're absolutely right, Brett. You're absolutely correct, buddy. If you are watching me right now, you hit the nail on the head. So we're gonna go ahead and repost that because I love watching Brett's tweets. I read his tweets all the time. It's awesome. 1.2 thousand people over here on the old Twitter. Love that. Bonnie supporters probably crying. Yeah, you're right, Lisa. Bonnie's voters are crying. Fake news. Rebecca probably. Randy, great results. Need the block and NDP to force a non-confidence vote. We'll be back to the non-confidence narrative here soon enough. Don't you worry. CTV just called the win for Pierre. I'm surprised. Yeah, they will. They will, right? I called the win. I called the win when he was sitting at 3,000. But yes, you can call the win confidently. We can all sit here, ladies and gentlemen, and call the win for Pierre Polyev. Pierre Polyev was born in Alberta. Pierre Polyev was raised in Alberta, folks. And that's what really inspired me to come out with the Welcome Home Pierre merchandise with the Alberta flag, the Canadian flag, the Welcome Home Pierre. And then we got the hoodie, hats, t-shirts, tank tops. We got all of it. Make sure you go get yours tonight while it's still hot. BertaProudDad.com. Join the movement. Wear your opinion on your sleeve. Be part of it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take one final glance at the numbers here. 14,918 for Pierre Polyev. Bonnie Critchley, my ex-girlfriend. 1,767. Bonnie, it's not me. It's you. I had secondhand embarrassment for you the whole time. And you know what? The thing is, you know what? I would normally not chastise somebody, except you came in and you literally claimed to be a conservative and then immediately sided with the leftist media and Catherine Swampy, the NDP candidate. No, thank you, Bonnie Critchley. No, thank you. Not interested at all. Let's see if we can get another. Oh, we reached over 15,000 now, guys. 15,667 votes over to Pierre Polyev. CTV called it. CTV saying that, Pierre Polyev won. I'm saying that Pierre Polyev won. Bonnie Critchley sitting at 1852. Darcy Spady 801. Catherine Swampy 417. And Grant Abraham 364. And I really like Grant Abraham. I really do, until he came out and started talking about Pierre Polyev's fucking bullshit, his security clearance. Grant, the United Party of Canada is not going to get anywhere if you do that shit. It's just not. So stop. Please have a conversation with me. Reach out to me. I'll be your political strategist. I don't want to join your party. I'm just saying we could probably help you. But I would never go against Pierre Polyev because I believe in Pierre Polyev. But you know what? One thing that this will be the last longest ballot too, guaranteed. There's going to be election reform surrounding that, and the longest ballot committee will be finished and over. Because look at all these names on this list, right? Some of them didn't even vote for themselves. They got 0 votes. And you got 1. They voted for themselves, right? Every single one of these people underneath. So basically, you can give it to the 0.1 percenters. So everybody under that. So from Dylan Colacone, I butchered that, so sorry, Dylan. All the way to Barry Zukowicz, you should all be fined. You should all be fined. Every single one of you should be fined, and you should all be ashamed of yourselves. And somebody should actually fucking copy and paste this list and fucking embarrass you people. You guys are an absolute fucking embarrassment. You longest ballot bullshit, whatever you want to call yourself. You did nothing. Your longest ballot committee did absolutely nothing because you tried to go after Pierre Poilievre. The guy is sitting at 15,667 votes right now against the second place, Bonnie Critchley, who also called out the longest ballot. So none of your candidates did fuck all. None of your longest ballot candidates did anything. So all you did was just piss a bunch of people off. And now there's rumors and talks that the two heads of the longest ballot committee could be going to prison. Say la fucking V. You fucked around and you found out. Bye. That's what I say to that, folks. Sorry, I got really into it there. Got really into it. They couldn't vote for themselves because, like Pierre, they don't live in the riding, right? Well, there you go. That could be true, right? Great results. Need the block. Blah, blah, blah. Moose on the Loose has a lot of the information on that list. Oh, does he? Right on. All right, guys. 16,079, 80.4. And I just want to remind you that the Liberals have already started the narrative today of saying that if Pierre doesn't win with 80% of the vote, it's a loss. Liberals literally are insane. They're insane to say that. It's like the fucking what's that? Talladega Nights. If you're not first, you're last. And then at the end of the movie, the dad's like, well, you could be first, second, third, fourth, right? Like these liberals, like the narrative just changes on a dime for them. CBC says one thing and then they just put it out there to their sheep. So it's going to be great to watch these larger liberal content creators go with this narrative, and they're going to get their clicks, their likes, and all the shit that they do it for. And I'm going to sit here and laugh. I'm going to sit here and laugh at them because, okay, if you want to call it a loss, it would only be a loss if Pierre Poilievre wouldn't be standing across from in the House of Commons from Mark Carney, holding him to task. That'd be a loss. But Pierre Poilievre is going to be in the House of Commons, standing across from Mark Carney, holding him to task and making him look about that big. And he's good at it too. And you guys know he's good at it. That's why you tried all this longest ballot bullshit. You guys tried so hard to do something about it, and you lost. You lost. 16,079 votes in. Right now, we have 131 of the 286 polls reporting. That's 45.8%, ladies and gentlemen. Voter turnout, 20,004 of the 85,736 registered electors. I'd like to see that number go pretty high once these other polls report. I would like to see high electoral turnout. That would be absolutely amazing. I always want to see high electoral turnout, regardless of what candidate wins, to be honest with you, because I want Canadians to exercise that right to vote. I really do want them to do that. 16,324. They're coming in a little bit slower now at 80.3% of the vote. Anyway, guys, this is where we are. Berta Proud Dad officially declaring Pierre Poilievre the winner of the Battle River Crowfoot riding, returning to his post as the head of the Conservative Party, sitting across from Mark Carney in the House of Commons, holding him to task every single day. Congratulations to Pierre Poilievre, his wife Anna, their children, the team behind him, and every single unapologetically conservative out there. This is a win for us tonight. This is the win that we needed. We are here for it. Make sure you go get your welcome home Pierre stuff. Get it on you. It's on the website, BertaProudDad.com. Subscribe to the channel. We're going to have more on this tomorrow. I appreciate each and every one of you. Much love. Have a great evening.